When I first started studying Chinese culture, I thought that giving face was just a surface level cover up. I thought it was a way to avoid the truth and to sweep conflict under the rug. But thankfully, Chinese friends and colleagues helped me see how God-honoring giving face can actually be. One sister told me giving face is simply giving respect. It's not about ignoring the problem. It's about creating the safety needed to actually address it. Hi, I'm Dr. Jolene Kinzer, and I'm so glad you're here. We are wrapping up Chapter 4 of Changing Normal today, and we're going to be looking at the benefit of giving face. It can actually act as a bridge to deeper heart-level reconciliation. Giving face is a compassionate act. It can keep doors from slamming shut. There are 3 huge benefits when it comes to giving face during a conflict. First, if we choose to give face, it can keep a conflict from worsening. Wu Chunhua explained it perfectly. She said when you give someone face, they slowly relax. They stop being so confrontational and resistant. The conflict eases up instead of getting bigger. 2, it can preserve the relationship. Sometimes an apology or a gesture of respect is just an outward behavior at first, but even if it's not from the heart yet, it maintains the relationship on a surface level, leaving the door open for the possibility of heart-level reconciliation down the road. 3, giving face can provide safety. Liu Haifeng said when we give someone face during a conflict, we're helping to protect that person. When a person gives me face, I feel they didn't hurt me, so I don't have to protect myself. They've already done it. One of the most practical ways we can give face is by offering the other person a step down. Imagine someone has climbed high onto a ledge of pride or defensiveness, and if you attack them, they have nowhere to go but further back. But when you offer that step down, a way to avoid public humiliation or embarrassment, or a method to admit a mistake without being shamed, you're actually giving them a way out. Because the person's reputation suffered less damage and they don't feel ashamed, it becomes much easier for them to be open. Being given a step down makes it easier for people to be honest, to find a solution, and to eventually forgive. Paul gives us 2 guardrails, you could call them, in Ephesians 4. We are to put off falsehood and speak truthfully, but we're also to ensure that our talk is helpful for building others up. In God's reconciling kingdom culture, honesty isn't a weapon used to tear someone down. It's a tool used to build them up according to their needs. I remind myself of that regularly. Now, giving face is just the beginning. As Wu Chunhua said in our interview, giving face is a good start, but it doesn't go far enough. Reconciliation is not a matter of just giving face. It's both parties continuing to move forward together. We need to take our cues from God regarding what to do next. How does God relate to us? Well, God doesn't just give us face, affirming and accepting us at that surface level while ignoring the issues. He doesn't pretend everything's fine relationally when it's not. God genuinely loves, values, and forgives us, and God addresses issues, specifically calling us to acknowledge our sin so that we can be transformed. It's such a good thing. In order to address the root issues, to live with integrity, sometimes that next step is a private follow-up conversation with the person. Much of the later chapters of Changing Normal will equip you to take this type of step. But sometimes that next step is choosing to overlook an offense, just as Proverbs 19:11 says. We personally work through the offense with God, and that enables us to forgive the other person sincerely and from the heart. You're able to let that thing go, and you don't need to talk with that person about the issue. You don't store up the issue and in the closet just to pull it out later and hold it against them. Your forgiveness is reflected in how you continue to have a generous, non-judgmental attitude toward that person. Many times overlooking an offense is really all that's needed. However, there are many other times where we actually need to go have the hard conversation. When we handle conflict this way with trust, with humility, it forms what I call a positive cycle. Because we're united in Christ, we're willing to share our hearts. And because we're willing to share and humbly receive feedback, we become even more united. And that's the beauty of a faith-safe community. In the end, we give face because God gave us true face first. We don't have to fight to protect our own honor anymore, so we're free to protect the honor of others and to have honest conversations. In our next chapter, we'll talk about the barriers to resolving conflict that are related to status, power, and cultural expectations. Next to face, these issues are often mentioned as the second most difficult to deal with. So I look forward to diving into them with you. I'll see you soon.